Hey there guys, DMO73 here, bringing you the another spoiler article for the next set, Twilight Wanderer. This was released this morning by Jordan on the website, linked down below in the description. It is the new fire ruler and all of her dragon subordinates. So let's just jump right in. This is Sylvia Palarias. That's how I'm going to say it. I think it sounds funny. But first off, just text-wise, notice the gill. Just saying. It's kind of similar to someone else we know. Judgment cost of pay red, pay green, pay 2 colorless. So pretty hefty. But fire magic stones you control gain tap, produce green. That's interesting. That's very interesting. It has a very, again, similar ability to kind of what Blazer had, with the same kind of middle name, so that's interesting. And she even mentions Blazer in her text, so shall I show you the power that defeated Blazer? Kind of makes me think that maybe Blazer was part of this clan and got kicked out, so storyline-wise, that's actually really cool. So whoever this is obviously knows who Blazer is and does some crazy stuff. On the flip side, hey look, another person who becomes a dragon. J-Ruler, Clan Founder / Dragon, 1k, 1k. She has flying and swiftness, just built right in, so that's ridiculous. And when this card enters your field, it does 1,000 damage to target J / Resonator. So keep in mind, she does it to both. She does it to J-Rulers or Resonators. That's impressive. And whenever a J / Resonator that was dealt damage by this card is destroyed, you may recover up to 3 target magic stones you control. So not just 1, not just 2, 3 stones that you'll be able to bring back. The options with this are nuts. You can do a bunch of crazy stuff, get down to 1 stone potentially, Duel of Truth with Sylvia, kill something, untap 3 stones, Duel of Truth again, untap 3, spend 1 stone, untap 3 more stones, and suddenly you're at 5 stones moving into your opponent's turn. That's really, really crazy and the fact that it has green, like you can't, when she flips over, she doesn't still have that ability to do green. So like once you flip, you're kind of stuck. But like the options are huge with that. Like, because what you could do is, if you're playing some red-green stones, you could untap those red-green stones when you use her effect. So you still have access to the red-green, even though, consistently, even though she's flipped over. So that's really, really cool. Plus, this card art is sick. So that's really awesome. Reminds me of kind of like Bahamut from like Final Fantasy and stuff like that. Yes, I know we already have Bahamut, but still. Well, we have, first up, in terms of her dragons that we've seen, Sylvia's clanmate, more dragons, 2-drop with flying, 4/4. Banish this card, you can pay 1 less to play judgment abilities of your ruler this turn. Okay, swing in for attack, deal 400 damage, banish it, pay Sylvia for 3, burn something, untap all your stones, keep playing. Like, this is very, very good. Like, dragons, I'm very, very hyped about dragons now. Even just these 2 cards so far gets me hyped about dragons. And pay red, this card gains plus 100 attack until the end of the turn. So you can pump it up and do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. Then we have Flame Dragon Commandant. So Resonator Human, 2-drop, 5/5, very solid for a 2-drop. Dragon Resonators you control gain +2/+2, and as long as you control a dragon, this card gains flying. So that's pretty awesome. Combos, some synergy with the deck, give them some field pumps, but also still has a decent strength in herself and becomes a flyer. So very, very good. 500 damage is very impactful, and having it be consistently flying is really good. Then there's Kaldor Dragon, just a kind of vanilla 4-drop, 8/8, but it has flying and swiftness. So yes, the cost is pretty high, but when you play it, that's going to be 800 damage. That's your opponent, unless they're playing dragons or flyer, isn't going to be able to touch, and just straight 800 damage to their face. It's very, very good. Then we have this card. Ultimately, this card I think is probably my favorite of the entire spoiler today. Sylvia's Roar. It's only a 2-drop. It's instant speed. Okay. Choose one. If your J ruler is Sylvia Gilpalarilius, choose up to 2 instead. Resonators you control gain plus 300 until the end of the turn, or Dragon J Resonators, Dragon J / Resonators. You control gain. Whenever this card attacks, it deals damage equal to its attack's target resonator until the end of turn. So you can turn a field of flying, maniacs into board wipe plus super aggressive damage to your face. Like, for 2. Like, Bonsai attack is impressive for a reason, because it gives you pierce and it gives you all that extra damage on everything. This card, essentially, when you're playing it in a dragon deck, does the same thing as Bonsai attack, but better, because all the damage is going straight to your opponent's face, regardless of if they have creatures on board, because you just burn them all with all of your different flyers. And the other thing is, too, it's only a 2-drop, so if you have Sylvia, you can swing in with Sylvia, burn something, and then untap 3 stones, and you actually have more stones than you had when you played this card. That's very, very good. The synergy of dragons right now has me very, very excited for red. Just that kind of mid-range, more oppressive pressure, rather than just like try to fit everything in 3 turns. Like, the oppressive pressure of dragons, I think, is going to be very awesome. And then we have a spell Chant, Beat to the Phoenix Wings. This card deals 500 damage to each resonator without flying. If your J ruler is Sylvia Gilpalarilius, it deals 500 damage to each resonator instead. I don't know how I feel about this card. Yeah, a lot of the dragons have, those +2/+2s that they can get, or stuff like that. But I feel like, because it's going to damage everything, so it's going to damage both sides of the field. So I don't necessarily know how good this card is. It could definitely be a come from behind kind of card. Just you need to clear space for something to get played, play the card, clear the board with 500 damage is a lot of damage. So 500 damage to everything. Make your move, stuff like that. So it could be good. I definitely don't think this is a card that you're going to play when you already have advantage on field, because you don't want to weaken your own creatures to the point where they might be within thunder range, or your opponent can have options. You just want to beat them down. So, yeah. Or you could use this as a follow-up to, say, Sylvia's Roar. So Sylvia's Roar, you swing in a bunch, you burn a bunch of different things, but you don't quite kill them, except for maybe one of them because of Sylvia. You untap 3 stones, you play Beat of the Phoenix Wings, you burn everything else for the remainder bit of damage that it needs. If Sylvia did damage to any more of those different guys, you'll untap even more stones. Like, I could see some combo potential there, but I definitely don't think that this is a card that you're going to be playing when you already have presence, already have the pressure really established. I definitely think it's more of a come from behind card, hence the Phoenix Wings, Phoenix rising from the ashes kind of thing. So, but all in all, these cards are sick. I'm really excited for dragons. I'm really excited to see the lore of what's going on with Sylvia. And yeah, so let me know what you guys think. What do you think about these cards? Whether you're pumped for dragons like I am, whether you think these are really, really stupid, what you're going to try to play these cards in, and like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, this is DMO73 signing off.